This video we are going to talk about post-viral fatigue after coronavirus. This is a common problem that we are seeing nowadays, especially in those people who have recovered from coronavirus, who are above 50 years of age, or those who have recovered in a hospital setting. Now they are complaining of increased fatigue, body pain, depression-like symptoms, inability to enjoy things, mood disorders, a lack of concentration, sleeping problems. So before they were infected with this virus, they did not have any such issues. Now after they have recovered from the viral infection, after the test report says that they are now negative for coronavirus, they have started complaining of all these issues. How we can prevent this complication and how we can recover completely from the residual effect of coronavirus, we are going to see in this video. The first important thing that we have to focus is blood-brain barrier. This barrier does not allow any type of inflammatory cells from your blood to reach into brain, and thereby it protects your brain from inflammation. When your body is fighting against a viral infection, what happens that there is a release of pro-inflammatory cells, and if you have a weakened blood-brain barrier, what can happen that these pro-inflammatory cells can enter inside the brain and they can cause inflammation of the brain. This is exactly similar to a condition known as leaky gut, and we call this as leaky brain. So how you can strengthen this barrier? This won't happen in everyone. This will happen in those who have weakened blood-brain barrier. So how we can strengthen the blood-brain barrier and prevent increased seepage of inflammatory cells from blood to brain? Things like high blood sugar, high blood pressure, increased homocysteine, chronic alcohol intake, smoking, infection coming from your poor gut health, all these things can weaken the blood-brain barrier and increase your chances of suffering from post-viral fatigue. So how to strengthen this blood-brain barrier? The number one thing that you have to do is first control the blood pressure, blood sugar, and correct all those underlying causes. Second important thing is curcumin, which is very important antioxidant that can strengthen this barrier and prevent seepage of pro-inflammatory cells from the blood to brain, and thereby protect you against post-viral fatigue. Second important thing is you have to reduce EMF exposure. So you have to minimize the use of things, electronic devices like cell phones, laptops, Wi-Fi, because again all these electromagnetic force exposure can lead to weakened blood-brain barrier and can lead to fatigue syndrome. Then you have to avoid alcohol, smoking, avoid all the pro-inflammatory foods, junk foods that are high in vegetable oils and high fructose corn syrup. Next, we have to heal the brain, and things like vitamin D is very important in order to heal your brain. Vitamin D is an immunomodulator, so it controls your immune response, so it's very important. Then you have to eat foods which are natural sources of vitamin E. Vitamin E can cross the blood-brain barrier and decrease oxidative stress inside your brain and thereby help you to recover quickly. Then antioxidants like lutein, zeaxanthin, all these can cross blood-brain barrier and decrease the oxidative stress. Then omega-3, especially the DHA component, is very important because it decreases inflammation inside your brain. And sulforaphane is very important here, because sulforaphane has been shown to accelerate the healing process of your brain, and that is why it is often recommended to those people who have suffered any type of brain injury or stroke. So it's going to accelerate the healing process. So make sure you eat enough cruciferous vegetables which are rich sources of sulforaphane. Next, in blood, what happens that due to your immune response, sometimes what can happen that this can damage the endothelium of your arteries, and this can lead to immune mediated inflammation of the arteries. We call that as endothelitis. So in endothelitis, what can happen that this can decrease the blood flow because your arteries cannot dilate properly. So you have to make sure that you are getting enough nitric oxide through food, because blood flow is very important in order to heal your brain, because through blood only your brain is getting enough oxygen and nutrients. Then what is important that when you have inflammation of the endothelium, what can happen that the chances of clot formation increases significantly. So you have to hydrate your body. Hydration is very important to prevent clot formation, and avoiding pro-inflammatory foods and adding a lot of anti-inflammatory foods in your diet is equally important. Second important thing is to enhance the mitochondrial function. So when your body is fighting against a viral infection, what happens that it needs a lot of energy, and from where that energy is coming from? It's coming from mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of your cell. So it's generating ATP, and greater the viral load, more will be the consumption of energy. So as a result of fighting against viral infection, your body can get depleted of ATP. So you want to recharge your body, you want to give nutrients to mitochondria that can help in recharging your mitochondria, the cells, so that it generates a lot of ATP, so that you do not feel fatigue. The most important antioxidant for your mitochondria is glutathione. So make sure you are eating good sources of amino acids. So protein is very, very important. Then vitamin C rich food is also very important. Some people can also increase glutathione by adding supplements like alpha lipoic acid. Second important thing is magnesium. Magnesium is going to protect your mitochondria against oxidative stress, as well as help in increase ATP production. So make sure you are getting enough magnesium in your diet. Then coenzyme Q10 and B vitamins, these are also very, very important in recharging your mitochondria, in providing energy. And among B vitamins, B2 and B3, these two are very, very important. And you have to avoid things like alcohol, which are very damaging for your mitochondria. Third important thing is get physiotherapist. GET stands for graded exercise therapy, and this should be done under the guidance of your physiotherapist. I am hopeful that if you do these things correctly, you will be able to recover from the post-viral fatigue, and you will be able to enjoy your life again. If you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video. Thank you.